BWOne here from BWOne, and in this video I'm going to get 6 things that you need to know about the Galaxy S6 and S6 Edge. Let's first start off with the design. So while you're looking at both, it looks pretty much like a Samsung device, similar Samsung devices before. It is made of different material. It's now mostly metal and glass is what they kind of made both the S6 and the S6 Edge out of. Now there's a glass back on the back of it, but the glass is made out of Gorilla Glass 4 to be exact. So it should be able to last a good drop, but unfortunately it's going to lose the sort of the dust and waterproof certification it had before, so it's no longer that. But you're gonna get more premium materials and a nice build with it, so that's pretty nice. And it's gonna house the same 5.1 inch display as last year, but it's gonna be bumped up to Quad HD resolution. And the difference between the displays on the S6, which is your standard 5.1 inch display, the S6 Edge has the same 5.1, but you'll see that it's noticeably curved on the side, similar to what we saw with the Note Edge. Now, the little curves on the side is actually gonna help you when you want to maybe get something from quick access. You'll be able just to swipe right there on the side there and access your contacts, and I think a few other things are gonna be available on there as well too. I don't think it's expansive as we saw with the Note Edge, but it's going to add some nice little nifty features there. And it's just a very nice futuristic look that the S6 Edge has, I think, over the very regular standard S6. So that's for the design. Now, the next big thing is the camera. So the cameras are pretty much what we saw on the Note 4. The rear camera is a 16 megapixel camera with optical image stabilization. So you're going to get those great nice photos, 4K recording on the back of it as well too. The front facing camera is spec'd up a bump from the megapixel side going to 5 megapixels, but it has the f.19 and it should have 2K video recording in front of it as well too. Better low light production, so you can be able to take those selfies and get a really good photo out of it. So especially at night or in club, nightlife, whatever you're going to be doing, you know where you take your selfies at, you're going to get a better one out of it to post up to Snapchat, Instagram, wherever you're going to post it at. All right, so the next thing I want to talk about here is the software. And one of the things that they definitely did is they looked to remove a lot of the bloatware that typically a lot of the Samsung phones come with, especially with TouchWiz. They looked to clean it up a bit, make it a little bit more streamlined, really taking advantage of Android 5.0, which this phone will come with, and what the latest version of TouchWiz will be based on. They really talked a lot about no lag. They really talked about making things easier to understand, going from icons to easily readable text to find where you're going, no scrolling and all those sorts of things. Even update the camera UI to make it a lot easier to use as well. So they really looked at sort of revamping the software here, but it's still TouchWiz on top of it. And it's like a combination of what you see in Material UI design and some of the Samsung stuff with it as well too. So we'll just wait and see how that kind of works out. One of the things I did notice, it does come preloaded with Microsoft applications, it looks like. So, and I know it says it on, I think on the spec sheet actually, that if you get an S6 or S6 Edge, you're going to be able to actually get 115 gigabytes of Microsoft OneDrive free for 2 years. Comes with 15 gigabytes standard, so you get 100 gigabytes free for a couple of years. So that's pretty cool to have added on there with that. And hopefully the software experience does improve, make it a lot less laggy. From what I've seen, it seems like it kind of has. And I think that might be a tone to what we're having sort of in the next part of what I'm going to talk about, what you need to know about is the processor. They have gone to an octa-core processor on it. And not only just any octa-core processor, their own. It's a Samsung Exynos 7 based octa-core processor inside of it. It looks like they're going completely away from the Snapdragon, doing their own, which I've always found that when I've used Samsung devices that contain their processor, it seems like everything runs a little bit faster, a little bit smoother on it, and it seems like that might be the case here for that. It's for this using their own built-in processor with it, and it comes with also 3 gigabytes of RAM on it as well too, so it should be pretty good to go in terms of speed and quality, and it should bring an overall pretty positive experience coming here from Samsung. Now, with that in mind, one of the disappointments I would say that some people are going to be kind of mad about is the next thing is that there's no more removable battery and there's no more adding additional storage to it. Now, it comes with 32 gigabytes of storage built in. You can also get 64 gigabyte options and 120 gigabyte options as well too, but you're not going to be able to add your own cards and you're not going to be able to remove your own battery. Now, I kind of see both sides of this. I understand a lot of people want to be able to do that. I really haven't oftenly removed my battery or need to swap it out too often. And also I use my SD card really mainly for my storage on my car so I can pop it into different phones. So I can see the use case scenario for that, but you can't take advantage of cloud storage to kind of mitigate that a little bit. They have USB drives now. You can check out a couple that we reviewed, the Corsair one, the micro USB is one, micro dual USB is one of them that you can use. You can plug it right into the bottom and get additional storage. That way, you just won't be able to put a micro SD card into it. So, but the battery life should be pretty good on it, and it's going to have quick charge capability with it as well too. So you're going to be able to plug it in for 10 minutes and get up to 4 hours, I believe, on a single charge with supported chargers, of course. So you give and take with that, and that's going to be a little controversial for a lot of Samsung fans out there. I know that's one of the things they always tout. They used to be able to put my own card and remove my own battery when I want to. That's not going to be the case this go around, but we'll see how that works out in terms of overall experience with that. And I would say the next thing you need to know, and the last thing you need to know, sixth thing, is Samsung Pay. So Samsung is eventually getting into the mobile payment system, which is really, really cool that they're doing that. And I was kind of worried that they were going to use their own service and we're going to see more fragmentation in this, but they're actually going to combine NFC payments with this other payment system called MST. So the magnetic strip that you usually see, which every vendor supports, you'll be able just to swipe your card. So this is going to have the ability, if they have NFC, you can use that. If they don't have NFC, you can use the MST technology and just put it right next to the card reader, and it'll work in a similar and same fashion. It uses Samsung's fingerprint scanner, which now supports just touch instead of a swipe. You'll be able to swipe it up from the bottom, tap onto it, and pretty much your fingerprint allows the security to be unlocked. Put your card out there, and put your card on it, allows you to use it. Samsung's not going to store any of your data. There's no way of accessing other than how it's going to access that way, which is a good thing. So it's good for security overall. So it's going to be supported up to 90% of the retailers out there. So that is interesting. If Samsung can really push that out and it works well and it works efficiently, it could really make a big bump in the mobile payment system. So those are the 6 things that you need to know about the Samsung Galaxy S6. We have some other small things, like it's going to support wireless charging built into it. It's going to support both versions of the technology, so you're going to be able to get that as well too with it. There's a new Gear VR for virtual reality that's going to be able to support both the S6 and S6 Edge. But overall, they really put out a couple of devices here. I'm looking at it from one angle and I'm kind of saying the S6 Edge is really where I think they should have been focused on. It really should be the flagship. I really don't think there's a need for the standard S6. I think that's to keep people comfortable if the curved displays are a little too radical for them, too much of a change for them. But I really like it. When you go into the store and you're going to see the S6 and you see the S6 Edge, and if they're priced accordingly, the S6 Edge just looks like the device you just want to jump into. It's different. It doesn't look like anything else out there. It doesn't have that curved display. And it's just unique, and it's something, you know, that no one else is really going to have, and that could be really appealing to a lot of people out there looking for smartphones. So that is the 6 things that you need to know about the Samsung Galaxy S6 and S6 Edge, plus a little extra there at the end. Post your comments below. Let me know what you think. Do you say yay or nay? What do you wish they had? What you kind of wish they didn't have inside of it? Post your thoughts and comments below. Let's get a quick discussion going on about this. Also, be sure to check out our main website, our social networking links, all in the description. And also mash that subscribe button, mash that like button too. It always helps us out. And always remember to live your tech world in high definition. Thanks for watching.